Hey guys, we are back with I'm Super Monkey Ball Hella Holidays run by Nambo, and he has a commentator with him as well. Um, let's see here. Oh, Dyrude, sorry. And without further ado, I will go ahead and let them take over. You guys feel free.
All right. Hello. As mentioned, I'm Nambo. I'm with friend Dyrude. This pack this is a custom ROM hack of Super Monkey Ball, beloved platform physics game for the GameCube. And this is a relatively recent release custom pack made by multiple creators. I have Dyrude with me in particular because he's the person who set up this whole pack and kind of scheduled all the stuff, got all the stuff put together.
Hi, I'm Darude. I had to throw that in there.
I'm going to be running the quote-unquote advanced difficulty, but really it's just the levels that were made this year in 2021. The levels were made by various creators, and in the corner where the level names are, there's going to be parentheses after each stage that tell you the level name. So I'm going to jump right in and we can start actually explaining the stuff on the run. Time starts 3, 2, 1, and go. Oh, go. I clicked B by accident.
I think what Nambo also meant to say is the parentheses are each creator's name, so give them a little shout out. They're super cool people. I think we had in total 14 or 15 different creators help us out, including another 4 or 5 who indirectly helped us out by making all the tools and so that we could actually, do what we do.
Yeah, no, the custom scene in this game has come a long way from simple, shapes inside the game that you can roll around on to full-on custom backgrounds like the ones you're seeing right now. Like, these backgrounds were all custom made by the custom level creation community. And so were the levels, and so were the textures, and so was the everything. Oh, little goalpost right there. And the reason I love this run so much is that almost every single stage has, some kind of wackiness on it. Some kind of, crazy flying through the air, flying super fast hijinks. And that's why I love this run so much. So, this stage is a little bit funny. You can actually see my name in the corner. I helped out making some of the stages for this pack, as well as this background here. Only a few stages, 4 exactly. Other creators like Dyrude also had 4 or 5. But this stage is kind of funny because I accidentally made it a hold up. You can just hold into your up notch on the GameCube controller, as you can see with my input display in the corner, and it automatically beats the stage for you. And it's much more consistent than boosting through the stage, because there's some jank collision. And this right here is a bonus stage, so I'm just going to fall right off. But yeah, the beginning of the run is pretty tame strat-wise. It starts to get absolutely buck wild with the strats once we get into some of the later stages. Oh, this is a really weird situation. Oops, I did not.
Just to explain also why Nambo fell out. But in Super Monkey Ball, the bonus stages are the only stages where you don't have to go through the goal or collect all the bananas, so he's able to fall out really quick to progress through the stage.
Exactly.
Nice.
And little extra, I guess, basic physics techniques that we kind of neglected to mention because we were talking so much about the pack itself. Basic Monkey Ball speed tech is that we're going to be using diagonal inputs at the beginning of most of these stages in order to make the ball accelerate faster, because the game pulls inputs in a square instead of a circle, and the corners of the square are further away from the center. So it's just slightly faster to do that than to have it be in the center pieces of the kind of input pulling area. This stage right here... Oh, sorry?
So I was going to say, just in the hacking scene, there's a lot of cool things we've been able to come up with, and it's nothing really new that we've necessarily put in the game. Like, this stage here is actually, we manipulated conveyors, for instance. Instead of having conveyor pushes you forward, it's like a little conveyor that bounces you up in the air, so you're constantly in the air, which in Monkey Ball, that's how you gain the most speed very quickly, and it acts like ice.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that. Custom levels in this game have some unique mechanics, like anti-seesaws, which aren't showcased here, but are just seesaws with a negative gravity value. And a more commonly shown in this pack example is bounce pads and ice platforms, which are just conveyors that point you upwards instead of sideways. It's like a little cheat that we use in order to get conveyors to do a thing they're not supposed to do, but they totally act like little trampolines on a lot of stages, so watch out for those. They're going to make for some crazy skips in some of the later levels. There's specifically some levels in the extra stages, the set of 3 extras, that have some crazy conveyor bounce pad tricks. So those are going to be awesome. But coming up right here, Gingerbread House by Sudachi. This right here, in my opinion, is the most precise and hard trick of the run. There's some more complex strats, but this one is the most precise one. I'm going to bounce here, bounce here, and I have to land on this wire and slam into the goal. Bam, first try.
Nice, first try. That's big.
I was practicing that so much today.
A lot of
God.
what Monkey Ball, when you see it on the screen, especially if you watch them through the game, it looks easy, and then you pick up the game, and it's so hard to go straight, so it just makes this even more impressive.
Yeah, this game has super slippery controls, which make it hard to go fast, but very rewarding to get good at. It's so satisfying once you're good at it.
First try Banister Antics, holy crap.
Yeah, no, that's a difficult 1-2 punch section right there. Those are two of the hardest strats on the run, back to back. And yeah, so there's going to be 25 stages in the base difficulty here, so we're already like almost halfway through the base 25 set. But then there's going to be 5 longer extra stages after that.
Just to answer a question I see in chat, are these levels designed to be reasonably more difficult for casual Monkey Ball players? In general, hacks are more difficult because these are all players who have beaten the base game and are looking for more experience. And so they're generally better players. So we make the game significantly harder, but the nice thing about this hack in particular is that we release new levels every year, and it's a wide variety of difficulty. So each year or difficulty, or like Nambo's playing advanced, has its own difficulty curve to it.
Yeah, these levels ramp up pretty smoothly, but it's a really, really wide range of difficulty that people made stages in. These go from like honestly easier than most of the base game stages to the extras, which are significantly harder than anything you'd find in base game Monkey Ball. So there's like a really, really wide range of difficulty in this one pack here. But by the end, there's going to be some crazy complex stages that look way more like crazy than anything you'd see in the base game. This strat right here, I'm doing a classic thing where we're going to use the thing that's supposed to kill us in order to send us across the stage, and it's going to try to kill us one more time as we go into the goal there. But if you weave just properly through the middle, then you can get right past the blade things as they're swinging around. That is a little bit harder than it looks because those fan blades are in like the absolute imperfect spot to like always hit you when you're trying to get through them, but luckily... Oh my god!
Oh, that's so unlucky!
I ended up getting off course there. I have a very particular set of faces I want to hit on that set of squares. And if I veer off course, then it's basically full improv mode. So there we go. I want to hit that, and one more, and then... Oh, I hit the party ball!
This game is notorious for trolling you, and the biggest troll in this game is the party ball, because it's the one where seemingly physics makes no sense. Sometimes the party ball will just help you out, give you a big hug, and pull you in. Other times the party ball will literally just say you don't deserve to be in the same bed. You have to go sleep on the couch, and it just sends you a mile off the stage. You just don't know what's going on.
Mm-hmm. Another stage that I made. Whoa. A lot of stages that Dyrude made as well. So many like freaking epic stage creators in the Monkey Ball community. Some of Mike 280 stages coming up in extras in about 5 stages from now are absolutely insane. They're so big and complex and cool. It's awesome how far this like custom modding community has come.
I think just to kind of throw something weird out there for anyone who cares about it. You know, you look at games nowadays, right? Call of Duty or whatever. And you see how big like those file sizes are on your computer, like 500. It's like 500 gigabyte games for real. The really cool thing when you think about these stages and you stare at them, a background in a stage is somewhere around like 2.6 to 3 megabytes total. And I think it's kind of impressive. Jesus.
That was the craziest backup ever. I used... okay, those boxes have tiny lips on them, like on the edges, tiny bumps. And you can use the bumps to kind of send yourself into the air. That is not what I meant to do on that stage, but I like fell off the side and tried to back it up by hitting one of the things and it worked. That was crazy. Oh, and here's another pretty flashy thing. This start platform is set up in just such a way that you can kind of scoop into this guy with a lot of speed, and you can just jump past the entire stage with all the rings in it. And I party ball again. What a troll.
This is one of 2 stages in this run that is based off of a pretty well-known Monkey Ball stage called 8 Bracelets. There's a lot of bracelet stages in the community. It's just a bunch of rings, one after the other.
That's because rings are fun to scoop in. And speaking of things that are fun to scoop in, here, in my opinion, is the most, like, flashy strat in the run. I absolutely love this strat. The entire, like, difficulty of it is in the setup at the beginning. I need to make sure I have enough speed to hit off of this guy. And if I hit with enough speed into this scoop, then I should be able to hit the proper hits here. Ah, I didn't get the right hits. Okay, I didn't have quite enough speed. But the goal is to get enough speed to do this crazy flashy jump all the way across the center of the stage, because this is supposed to be this massive speed stage where you kind of go around these corners, you go around these loops. But if you gain enough speed on this one big jump right here, then you can use that speed to kind of cut across a big center portion of the stage and skip a big portion of the actual level. I just messed that up twice. I'm going to go for it again. Because this level is long, and skipping it saves a lot of time.
Yeah, so the whole stage with the skip takes around 30 seconds. If you play this casually, the whole stage takes around 50 to 60 seconds, depending on how you manage your speed.
Oh, that's so much better. I'm gonna need to slow down. Ah, I wanted the little second ground hit there.
You're too fast.
The strat is so hard. It'll be really satisfying when I get it, though, I swear. This is definitely one of the harder strats in the run. Here we go. Boom. I'm purposely pulling back there so I can get a nice hard scoop in that thing, and that is gonna do it, definitely. Oh, I got a second hit that I wasn't supposed to. Will that still make it?
What happened?
Scoop here. Don't die, don't die. I don't know what I'm doing right now. Okay, we're good, we're good.
Improv.
A little bit of improv. This is a giant conveyor, by the way. It goes uphill, and it's going to send us into this big scoop. And just because the stage doesn't want us to be done with it yet, it's going to make us do this little dunk into the goal. Oh my god! That is the nicest that goal has ever been to me. That goal never lets you live if you hit it at that fast of a speed. Oh my god. That's some really janky collision. And here's the other bracelet stage that Dyrude mentioned earlier. Hey, look at that name in the corner. I wonder who made this stage. Frick!
Oh, yeah, I don't know who made it. Well, so this stage is notoriously much more difficult than a normal stage, or like an 8-bracelet stage, because these rings are slightly convex, so they try to push you away. So it makes it really difficult to transfer across the rings. They're also very far apart.
And we're also skipping the center ring because it's slow. And that is, as you can see from the corner, it just went away, but it said final stage. That is the final stage of the base 25, but we're going to play the 5 extra stages as well, which includes some of the most complex, giant obstacle courses in existence. And this stage right here has a crazy cool bounce pad trick on it. So you can kind of see those like pulsating things in the distance. Those are really strong bounce pads that you're supposed to avoid while on this raft. But we can just smack into one, hit an edge, fling up into the air, and then dunk the blue goal. Bam! Oh, that went way better than I expected.
The fact that you first tried that means you used up all your luck.
I've used up all of my luck, yep. And there's one more crazy bounce pad trick coming up on the other Mike 280 stage in extras. Oh, that is not good. Go for good collision. No. This stage is an improv fest and a half. Basically, these snowflakes are kind of falling down, and there's this like house that you want to get to on ground level. So since the house is at ground level and the snowflakes start high up and fall downwards, we're basically going to try to get a bunch of speed by like getting small clips across the tops of these snowflakes and then jump straight into that house from really far away. And if I perform the trick correctly, which is really hard to do because it relies on this kind of weird collision with these really small edges and these kind of moving objects. If I perform the trick correctly, then I should be able to hit the ceiling and slam directly into the goal. But it'll only work if I get the right amount of hits on these guys before dismounting. I needed just about one more face hit off of those snowflakes for reference. Here we go. Oh, that's not going to be enough.
That's so weird.
The extras are so hard. These stages are a lot harder than the base game, and then the trick that I'm trying to do in this stage in particular is really, really wonky. But if... the collision's not being nice to me right now. No!
Whoever would have thought collision in the 3D platformer is trolling you?
Really? No way. Oh. Those are high hits that didn't give me any speed. Also, one more funny thing about this stage, the final platform that leads into the house that you've seen a few times now, looks like it's bigger than it actually is because there's a little bit of a collision error on it. Can I still win this? No, I can't. The house is curved.
I'm just gonna say I don't think I've ever seen this in one of your practice sessions before. This much variation is quite wild.
Oh, that should be enough. Ready, slams. Oh, I didn't get the second slam that I wanted. If I slammed that top part of the roof, I should have been able to rocket into the goal, but that's okay. Just want to get out of the stage after dying that many times to it. And here's the other stage with a massive bounce pad trick. And this skip is super complex and honestly like the hardest to learn trick in the run. It's not as precise as the one on Gingerbread House, but it's definitely the hardest to learn in the run. And I messed up the clip there. It's a little 3-part skip.
just to put in perspective, Nambo first is gonna bounce off of this really oddly shaped cylindrical trumpet, which it seems kind of random to kind of hit it. It's just a feel thing. And then Nambo's then gonna go for a clip, which is a little bit more controlled, but is still seemingly kind of random, but controlled. And then he's gonna kind of try to manage the speed, go around bounce pads, and then again do some seemingly kind of random looking bouncing.
Here we go. Here's the bounce pad trick I was talking about. I just grinded that edge, and the edge doesn't have a bounce pad on it. Oh no. It's okay, it's okay. The skip is really hard, but I'll get it. I'll get it. Ready? Oh. That got me up. That's okay. Okay, boom. I'm looking for about 50 miles per hour there. Hit here, bam, off the Christmas tree.
Nice.
And across, and I just got knocked back.
No!
Oh my god. I've never seen that happen before. That's awesome.
Oh no.
That little, like, thing. It's supposed to keep you inside when you're going up this, like, wall elevator. But I accidentally hit the edge of it, and it sent me off the side of the stage because momentum. I'm getting trolled a little bit right now. That's okay, though. I'll get it. I'll get through it. I'll get through it.
You got this. To explain another thing Nambo mentioned, he said he was looking for 50 miles per hour. So right above the stage name on the bottom left corner, you can see a little speedometer. And this run has a couple of strats, or this pack has a couple of strats that actually use the speedometer. And it's something that's kind of new even to just strat finding in Super Monkey Ball. It's a kind of a neat little extra tool that people actually do use now that a lot of people didn't use really in the vanilla games.
Ah, keep jumping over that bounce pad. There's so many ways to die on this stage. Okay. I just gotta focus up. I just gotta get this. This is definitely the most complex skip in the run. The most, like, kind of parts to mess up. Oh my god! Here we go. Bam. Oh, by the way, random mention that we haven't mentioned yet. The music in the background is also custom added in. We didn't make the music for this one in particular. We just chose, like, video game tracks that we all liked as, like, the kind of creation group for the pack. But it is custom music, which is cool. It's another thing that was kind of learned how to be added into the game at some point.
But so much of this pack is custom. Like, even just, like, the colors of the ball being red and green are custom. Mimi, the monkey, her clothes, red and green, is, again, also custom. There's a lot of things that we figured out how to do recently that is super cool. Even just like the custom like difficulty logos at the beginning. It's all fairly new stuff. I guess a little bit of history about the development of this. As I mentioned, there's like 14, 15 different creators that helped for this specific pack. We don't actually start working on this until pretty much November 1st. So the actual lifespan of this project is right around a month and a half to 2 months, and we churn out 30 levels with backgrounds, textures, and everything like that. So,
finding new ways to die.
That's always happens in marathons. New stuff happens.
Yeah, always. It's always something new. That one's an old death though. Dying because you get like the clip outwards there is usually just because you're going too fast. But I've been trying to purposely slow down into the clip to try to make it work better, but it's just been trolling me a lot here. Okay, here we go. Ready? Slow down into the clip. Bam. Worked. Boom. Slow down there to make sure I don't jump over the bounce pad. Good. Looking for 50 miles per hour right there. I got an extra clip.
Oh my god! What? What am I seeing? The clips that you're getting are wild to me.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm just gonna do this part normally for a moment here, because I got a really weird setup into that didn't give me the right amount of speed. I should still be able to manage the right speed around this corner, though, to finish off the skip. Dang it. Oh my goodness.
I always thought this was the hardest trick in the run. Of course, I played all the levels and I've done all the RTAs as well. But this one is the one that always gave me the most trouble, personally.
Yeah, incredibly hard 3-part skip, and any death on any one part sends you back to the beginning. Okay, come on. Ready? Hit the red. Bam. Hit the blue. Hit the red. Okay.
Nice. That's textbook.
We should be out, unless it gives me weird collision up top here. It didn't. Good. Okay, we're out. We're actually out. We are actually out. No more trolls.
Nice. GG.
Oh my
not
god,
GG.
I'm sorry that took so long. And here's the final stage. Time will be when I go through the goal on this final stage, because the quote-unquote stage after this is actually just a credit sequence which showcases the names of all the creators who made the pack. So I'm just gonna let that play out afterwards, but here we go. Little skip here to use momentum on the bounce pads to get across, and bam, that's time.
Nice. GG's.
And here's this little credit sequence. Again, super big shout outs to the Monkey Ball custom community, because packs nowadays, since we started in about 2016, I think, were the first custom levels made. Since then, custom levels have gotten so insanely polished. There's so much that goes into these, between backgrounds, textures, UI assets, the changing stuff like the ball color, Mimi's dress, everything like that. Big shoutouts to like Dyrude, Eucalyptus, everyone in this list who made levels for this whole pack. Shoutouts to Bomb Squad and Yoshi Master, I think. Like a bunch of different people who made a lot of the tools and big advancements in level creation to make packs like this possible. And shoutouts to everyone who runs Monkey Ball, like both vanilla and custom ROM hacks, because the community is very tight-knit and awesome, and every single person is very cool. And shoutouts to Fangame Marathon for letting me showcase this epic pack. Y'all are awesome. Y'all are doing crazy hard stuff. All the stuffs. And thank you for playing Goal on the final stage, and boom. So yeah, that's the pack.
All right, fantastic, guys. That was quite the run to watch. Glad you could pull off some really fun things, even if it wasn't intentional at all. Well, thank you guys for coming. We always appreciate having you around, and we hope to see you back. I think we probably will see you back like a little later at the marathon, yeah?
Not me in particular, but Monkey Ball will be coming back. Super Monkey Ball Gaiden, I think, is going to have a little tournament showcase. I'm not part of it personally,
so
but it's going to be super sick. It's never been really done before in a marathon setting, like this kind of IL tournament thing, so it's going to be super cool to see.
Fantastic. You guys got something to look forward to as far as that goes.
Heck yeah.
All right, so next up is actually going to be Nasu.